This is the Star News Brief from Tina Mombonu. Day 3 of interviews for Chief Justice took place on Wednesday, with Lady Justice Martha Koome taken to task to explain why a bench she was part of hadn't issued orders in absence of one party in a case relating to the 2017 presidential election. In the case, the bench of the appeal court was called upon to halt a High Court decision that said all the returning officers in the entire country were illegally in office. Judge Koome said in her defense that the bench was empaneled by the then appeal court president Kihara Kariuki, now AG, to hear the case urgently. Other candidates interviewed are Justice Said Chitembwe and Professor Patricia Mbote. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. COVID-19 patients will continue to foot their treatment costs fully as the national insurer says it is still unable to cover the disease. The National Hospital Insurance Fund says COVID-19 remains a pandemic with many unknowns and the current treatment costs vary widely. NHIF CEO Peter Kamunyo, in an interview with The Star, said this should change in the future once the pandemic is under control and treatment costs are well costed. Current COVID-19 hospitalization costs vary outrageously, with hospitals accused of extorting patients. For instance, costs for patients with severe disease in ICUs spill over 100,000 shillings a day in some private hospitals. The government chemist has disowned a DNA report allegedly filed in court in a succession case by one of the widows of the former chief spy, James Kanyotu. A sworn-in affidavit filed in court by one of Kanyotu's son, Willie Kahara, indicated that on July 30, 2018, one Mary Kanyotu filed a witness statement where she attached a DNA report allegedly carried out by the government chemist, in particular by one Lillian Ouma, dated June 30, 2018, in an attempt to disinherit Willie Kahara from the estate of the late Kanyotu. The DCI may soon make an arrest. And slain Kenya Broadcasting Corporation (KBC) video editor Betty Barasa was buried on Wednesday at her Ololuwangong home. She was shot dead at her home on April 7th. A memorial event was held at the Montezuma Funeral Home before the body was taken to Ololua for a private burial. Police say no arrest has been made so far over the incident, but the investigations are ongoing. The gunman who shot and killed her wore gloves and balaclavas to evade detection. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#.